The young age when I did only Shodasi, the 16th syllable of Devi. Almost 10 years I did Ajapa Japa of the 16 syllables of Devi. The Devi's Mahamantra, it's called Shodasi. The mantra which I myself mastered or did Ajapa Japa, which has become mantra maya in me, still I have not given that mantra to anybody. Devi. Now I don't do Ajapa Japa at all. Of course, mantra repeats itself. Anyway, now I did 2-3 minutes now, that itself lot of punya. This itself is punya for your janmas. Tradition says that if a seeker meditates, it is 1,000 times more than an ordinary man meditating. And if an enlightened person meditates, that is 1,00,000 times more than an ordinary person meditating. If an incarnation meditates, I don't know how many million times it is more than normal person's meditation. So much of energy is released. I don't know then how much of crime cost I am saving for the planet Earth. Anyhow, even this much of Ajapa Japa, you have a lot of punya. See, an incarnation is the energy center. Even if you do a small good, it comes back in multifold. And same way, even if you do a small bad, it hurts too much. Dharmaraja says, Yudhishthira says, "O Krishna, whether I give my punya or papa, it comes back to me 10,000 fold. So, let me give you only my punya to you." Even Sri Ramakrishna says, anything you offer to God comes back to you thousands and thousands of times. Only the surrender is the safest method. So from today, I'll start answering the questions from Inner Awakening participants. First question. Please read the questions.
The first question is from K.R. Nani, who's asking, what can be changes you'd like to bring in? Practical, implementable suggestion solutions for the Indian educational system.
Let me read the question. What can be changes you would like to bring in practical, implementable suggestion solutions for Indian educational system? K.R. Nani, IA number 78. May I know who it is? Yes. Did I pronounce your name properly? Nani, right? Okay. You are asking what can be changes you would like to bring in practical, implementable suggestion solutions for Indian educational system. See, your question has a lot of complication. Like, if you ask me the practical, I'll say my Gurukul system. Whatever is best, I brought it. But the moment you use the word implementable, it is never implementable. Nothing can be implemented. That is where the problem is. See, the system I am proposing is practical. It is not impractical. But it is not implementable because political will never happen. The politicians are so busy, engrossed with the swindling of the country. You see, they have a vested interest to keep the country uneducated, illiterate. They don't want country to be educated. They have vested interests. Second, the biggest problem is they are too busy in swindling the country. They don't think. They don't think other than how to swindle, rob the country and put it in the outside the country some banks. The whole thinking. See, the political system itself is such that multiple party. Multiple party means, many parties means what? You have thousands of enemies. Americans are very intelligent. They brought it down to two party. You have only one enemy. That's all. And the whole system is developed such a way, you don't waste too much of time just in fighting. You can spend a lot of your time in creativity. Being politician is not a sin. But here in India, unfortunately, our multiple party concept, each politician has 100 enemies. What will you do? Your whole time and energy goes in fighting with your enemies. Even if you are a beggar here, not having any wealth, any property, I tell you, not having any wealth, any property, you will have 200 enemies. You are a bigger beggar or I am a bigger beggar. I am a greater beggar than you. Even if you don't have any wealth, any property, you will have 100 enemies. Our whole system has become like your whole energy is spent in just destroying your enemies. And these news channels, media is such, it just makes you blurt out your opinion about anything and everything which is happening, even though the other person is not your enemy. For example, A is having a problem. B is not directly enemy of A. But media goes and stretches the mic in front of B and says, what you have to say? And this fellow has to take a stand. The moment he takes a stand, A has one more enemy, B has one more enemy. Now what to do? Both the fellows will be fighting. But when both fellows are fighting, who is the loser? Country is the loser. Because all their leaders are too busy in making statements of abusal to others. They are so busy in technically abusing the opposite person. If you have only one enemy, you just blast him and leave it over. Only half an hour is spent in that. Other 23.5 hours you can think for the country. But here you have 50 enemies. Even if each fellow takes half an hour of your time, your whole day is gone. So whatever changes I am proposing is practical but not implementable. That is why I have to start my own infrastructures to implement this Gurukul system. Of course, I am still refining. Any system will be alive only as long as the R&D, research and development, is alive. The most difficult thing with Indians is keeping the research and development alive. That is why Indian Guru means talking only something which is said 10,000 years before. That has become a pattern. There is no Indian guru who has a guts or courage to tell, I am still doing research and development. I am constantly upgrading my teaching. They say, oh, then whatever you taught yesterday, it is not then upgraded. Then what is happening to me? That's the biggest fear the so-called followers has. So not to give place for that fear, these gurus also act as if everything is perfect from the beginning. Of course, basic truths are perfect from the beginning. But the way it is imbibed and expressed gets constantly updated. See, the basic truth I was teaching in the first inner awakening and in this inner awakening, in any inner awakening which is going to come, is one and the same. But the way I am presenting it, the way people imbibe has changed at least 10,000% more. You see the first inner awakening and the benefits people had and the experiences people had, and this inner awakening, the experiences people are having, the benefits people are having, at least 10,000 fold it has increased. Go to our website, you will see 9 years before what I was teaching. You see the discourses I have given 9 years before. And now, you will see the undercurrent thread is same. The undercurrent thread is not different. That doesn't change. But the way I am presenting, the way people are able to imbibe now, the way it is impacting people's life, the benefit people are having has drastically increased. 10,000 fold more. I am not telling in a poetic way, I am telling in a factual way, literally. I am still continuing my research and development with the Gurukul system. But even now, whatever system is there, I can say this is the best available education system where kids learn obedience, humbleness, everything without being beaten or punished or the fear of punishment. With a lot of attention and energy and care, they are helped and encouraged to grow. K.R. Nani, if you ask me the practical changes I want to bring in Indian educational system, I have an answer. My Gurukul system. The Gurukul system I have developed is the practical changes I want to bring. If you ask me implementable, I have no answer. Because in India, political will is lacking for any progress, creativity. The problem is we are too busy in fighting with each other. No Indian politician wants to store his money in India because he is afraid any one political change, small political change, he can be imprisoned. I was studying the other day survey report or study on who all keep black money outside their country in the tax havens. Indians are leading because no trust on their country's law and order, infrastructure, and politicians can use anything on anybody. So much power and power abusal is happening. I can see in my own case, just 2 officials, police officials, unfortunately got convinced, or I don't know what was behind. Only if we do investigation, the truth will come out. just because of their will, they can bulldoze a spiritual mission where thousands of lives are involved and crores of people's sacred sentiment is involved. So naturally, politicians don't have faith on the system. They are too busy in swindling the country and storing it in the tax havens. See, all Indian politicians go to vacation only to the tax haven countries. Observe, for vacation where they go. It is not vacation, it is vacating India. Vacating all their wealth from India, or India's wealth from India. So they are too busy in either fighting among themselves or vacating the country, swindling the country. They have no time in thinking about the growth of the country, progress of the country. Too much of generalization reduces the possibility for individuals' creativity. And this foolish education system has become such a big pattern in human beings. Still, I am not able to get people out of this conditioning, the pattern. Because only this education system offers security of the future, which is not even there. So I have practical solution, but I don't have implementable solution. Now I am starting 8 more Nithyananda Vidyalayas this month before the June. In April and May, 8 more schools are starting. No, there's nothing to clap. Next statement you should listen. I can't even implement the syllabus which I am creating completely. I can only implement before or after hours of the school. Because those Nithyananda Vidyalayas is going to be recognized by government. It is going to be in different places for all the common mass. People also, parents also come only for that kind of school. So now I will have to design and develop such a way their school hours, they learn only the regular crap, junk and the dirt called syllabus, and the remaining hours I have to undo whatever they learnt. That itself will take all my time. So now I have designed a curriculum. Every morning they will learn the new syllabus which I want to teach to the kids. The Gurukul syllabus, and noon they will listen that crap, the government syllabus, and the evening undoing of that crap they learnt. So 3 ways the syllabus is getting developed. It is so unfortunate, even in my own schools, I can't implement our syllabus 100%. In India, they brought a new law that 25% of the seats have to be given to the poor kids. I am ready for that. Not 25%. I can give even 50% to poor kids. I have no problem. Our whole education activity is a service activity. But these fellows forced to teach the same crap which is developed by those days, the British fellows, to make more and more clerks out of Indians. They don't want Indians to be educated, intelligent. They want clerks out of Indians. That's what they tried. And they are successful. Still successful. That is what is really burning. If they are successful when they were ruling, okay. After 60 years of independence, Still they are successful. So it is sad. Nani, I have a practical solution, but not implementable solution. That's the truth. If you are from outside India, I have a practical and implementable solution for you. You are fortunate. You can learn through our website. In the website we have a N Vidyalaya system. Whole thing is available. You can learn through internet the same syllabus and teach your kids. Same classes are available. It is possible if you are outside India, but it is not possible if you are inside India. See the condition. Inside India, even my own schools can't teach. If you are outside India, through internet we can teach you. And all the classes are already uploaded in the YouTube. You can just download and learn. Next question.
The next question is from Sadhana, IA 65, who's asking, Dearest Swamiji, while Kundalini rising event, if my body will shake continuously as I see others rolling and jumping, then how can I achieve Nirvikalpa Samadhi? How can I go beyond body? Please shed light.
Dearest Swamiji, this is the question from Sadhana, number 65. May I know who it is? Yes. While Kundalini rising event, if my body will shake continuously as I see others rolling and jumping, then how can I achieve Nirvikalpa Samadhi? How can I go beyond body? Please shed light. First thing, your body is shaking because you are going beyond body. It is not under the control of your ordinary thin logic. Those few moments of Kundalini rising, I am just sidelining your logic. I am just taking out your logic out of your inner space. The moment logic is out, you just feel the whole dormant cosmic energy awakening, inner potential energy expressing in your body. The whole thing becomes alive. When the whole thing becomes alive, that is the reason, that is the moment your body shakes by itself without your control. It is just moving itself. It is not in your control. That is why it is rolling, jumping, or levitating. So many things happen. I tell you. Even during those moments, you will not have any restlessness inside. If you had the experience, you will see the center is so calm, peaceful, completely centered. Only the periphery is jumping. The outer circumference is levitating. The center is established in silence. So please understand, in Kundalini awakening, even if you are rolling, jumping, whatever may be happening, you are experiencing Nirvikalpa Samadhi. You are going towards Nirvikalpa Samadhi. That is why when we do scientific research, neurological research through QEEG machines, we fix QEEG machines on the people. When they are levitating heavily, intensely, their brain goes to such a silence. Only in coma stage your brain goes to that silence. You will be shocked. When your body is moving, your brain is supposed to be more agitated, restless. Maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow we will demonstrate with Kundalini awakened yogis, the levitators. The brain goes completely silent. You will be shocked how so much movement is happening in the body, but brain is silent. you go through an alchemy process where brain gets into nirvikalpa samadhi, body may move up and down, body becomes weightless when the engrams are removed. When the weight of the ego is removed from your body, it becomes so light and it just starts flowing with the air, flowing with the whole. So understand, do not worry if you are levitating or rolling or jumping, that will you achieve nirvikalpa samadhi. You are on the right track. You are on the right track towards the nirvikalpa samadhi. Next question.
The next question is from ID card number 5, Shiva Bhaskaran. He says, Pranam Swamiji, you have mentioned that we should not ask anything during puja and it is for strengthening the feeling connection. Does this apply to puja only or does this apply to everything including darshan? Many times you say you want us to verbalize so we are clear of what we are asking. Could you kindly clarify, Swamiji? Pranam.
This question is from Shiva Bhaskaran. Pranam Swamiji, you have mentioned that we should not ask anything during puja and it is for strengthening the feeling connection. Does this apply to puja only or does this apply to everything including darshan? No, Shiva Bhaskaran, it only applies to the deity when you are relating with the deity. But when you are relating with a living guru, it does not apply. So be very clear, when you are relating with the deity, work for more feeling connection. When you are working with me, relating to me in darshan, ask, it will happen. So you can tell directly what you want. The question continues. Many times you say, you want us to verbalize so we are clear of what we are asking. Could you kindly clarify? Shiva Bhaskaran, when you are coming for darshan, better you ask what you want, so that I can give you or I can guide you. Only when you work with the deities, try to develop more and more feeling connection instead of wasting your time by asking. So here with me, please verbalize what you are asking and what you want. So that answer I gave is more while you work with the deities and do some rituals. Because see here, you can't be thinking of something else and sitting. I am directly relating. But with the deities, if you are thinking of only your boons which you want, your fear or greed, you even forget the deity exists. You are sitting only with your fear and greed. And finally you come out with more fear, more greed, without having any benefit. After the whole puja, you come out with more fear, more greed, and no benefit. It's like an elephant goes to take bath, but it puts all the mud all over his body and comes back. So to avoid that only I told you, do not ask anything while you are doing a puja or ritual. But here in the darshan, the atmosphere is totally different. You are already strongly feeling connected. In the darshan, usually you will only forget what you want. You are so filled by me. Still, every individual has this problem. Swamiji, I thought of asking so many things and I came here, everything is forgotten. Here, already I am feeling you so much. The feeling connection is there strongly. So you ask, what do you want? Whatever you want. Next question.
The next question is MB Jayarama Reddy, ID card number 68. He's asking, I am a devotee of Lord Hanuman since my childhood and I am strongly connected to him, seeking and following his intuitive guidance in need. I am introduced to Dhyanapeetham in 2005. Since then, I am attending programs and trying to connect to you. Something is coming in between and creating conflict in my mind not to connect to you. What is this and what is the solution?
Jairam Reddy. Don't bother about what is that which is creating conflict in the mind. The only solution is me clearing it directly. I'll do it. I'll do it in the energy darshan.
Paramahamsa Nithyananda, a rare living incarnation, is named among the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities today. Paramahamsa Nithyananda has been placed alongside Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, Paulo Coelho and others by Mind, Body, Spirit, the world's top esoteric magazine from Watkins, London's oldest and largest bookstore. A yogi by birth, he has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English. Translations of these books are available in 26 languages in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 10,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services with ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world, offering exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nithyananda Dhanapeetham, a spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places in India like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Tiruvannamalai. A spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation, a contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers, an adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, who has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands and graced them with spiritual powers, a dynamic young guru who is an inspiration for thousands of youngsters. India's most watched spiritual guru online, a beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nithyananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment.
वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं नित्यमुक्तं निर्विकल्पं ध्यानलोकप्रदीपकं वन्दे शान्तमयं बन्धं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम् आनन्दगन्धसञ्चारं सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं वन्दे ज्ञानालयं नाथं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्.
Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhanapeetham, Nithyananda Nagar off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bangalore 562109. Contact 097422033311. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/lifeblissfoundation.